So this is a tip for how to get your outsert, or probably your insert, out of your arrow. So these are typically put in with super glue, could be an epoxy, which is what I use, is a 2-part long cure epoxy, or it could be the glue that you melt down with some heat, whether it's a candle or whatever, and then you just put that on the outsert and glue it in. So when I've done it with epoxy, may not be the best idea, it may not be the right thing to do, because you're probably never going to get them back out of there again. That's the price you're going to pay. But I also don't like shooting my arrows for practice or something and having the outsert constantly coming out just a little bit, and so I use epoxy. But the thing you can do to get these out of there, so say like for this one, you can see it's broken. I shot a deer last week with this one last weekend. Arrow broke. Arrow is no good, obviously, but if I can salvage the parts out of it, I can use them again on other arrows. So I'd like to get this outsert out of there. What this looks like on the inside is I've got an outsert with a 75 grain brass screw-in weight, just to give me some more front of center, some more overall arrow weight, and so that's screwed into the back of those. But that's what's inside of the arrow. So you can see there's that much going inside of the arrow. I'll show you here how much, you can see how much of the insert and the brass is going inside of the arrow. So I like to get that out of there to be able to use it again. So the key to doing this is taking a drill bit that you would use to drill a hole in drywall, that you would use to drill a hole in a board, something like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to slip it in the back end of the arrow. So you're going to want to find the one, obviously, that fits inside your arrow the best. You don't want it to be stuck in there, but you want it to fit almost through the whole circumference, or the whole diameter of the arrow. So these are gold tip kinetics. They're 0.204 diameter, or 0.204 around on their specs. So you want to find the one that's right for you. So this is a 3/16 drill bit. And what you're going to do is you don't want to put it in forward. You could, but it's not going to hit as flush on the back of that outsert and weight or whatever you have inside your arrow. So I do it backwards because it's a flat end to go in there. The kind the end you'd put inside of your drill, you're going to slip it inside of the arrow, just like that. Before you get started, I recommend getting a glove for one of your hands. Mine's going to be the left one, because if this is the pointy end constantly slipping back down the arrow, it's going to keep poking your finger over and over again. It's not going to kill you, but it's just kind of annoying. It keeps pricking your finger. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start the arrow up and just do a little whipping motion, and you can hear it smacking that insert. So every time it slides down, it's hitting my finger, but I got gloves on, so I'm good. Whip it, whip it, whip it. And then you're going to see, even after just 5 or 6 of these, it is making its way out of there. So for the sake of the video, I'm not going to show you the whole process, but it's just a few minutes. You can get it to where you can either pull it out with pliers, or you might hit it to where it comes completely out. But that's how it's able to get an insert out of an arrow, so that you can use it in another arrow for another day.